Hughes HQ. Tell your mans to chill. Yo, who mans is this? Somebody come get us.
Hoop Crew! What it do? It's your boy Lil Benji. How y'all like that? Was that a cool intro? Let me know. We working on it. We working on it. But look, man, if you are new, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Please follow me on Hoops HQ for all the updates. But if you are on the Twitter sphere, on the Twitterverse, I hope you know we got the tea. The tea has spilled, man. We got some information. So, okay, boom, bada bing, bada boom. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. So, KD, a.k.a. Kevin Durant, a.k.a. a player who I've called one of the best players in the world. Sometimes he may be the best. But we're going to have to wait till next season to see all that because he's not playing right now. Whatever. Definitely one of the greatest scorers, I think, to ever play. At least, silky, smooth. He 7-footer, handles, jump shot. Dude is crazy. All right. So, as y'all should know, he recently picked up a couple rings, and that has been a great dispute for years and years and years and years, which I think led Kevin Durant this offseason to go east and to head to Brooklyn to play for the Nets for the upcoming season. Because he kind of wanted to build his own legacy. Because a few years back, he made one of the greatest moves that shaped the basketball world, which was he left to play with the Golden State Warriors. So, a lot of people, they found issue with this move, with players, analysts, commentators, coaches, a lot of people, right? I personally, I thought it was a move that was a great move. I personally saw it coming. I literally told everyone while I was watching that Western Conference Finals when the Thunder were playing the Warriors, I was like, man, Kevin Durant would be perfect on the Warriors. I could see him leaving and going to play for the Warriors. To me, it made sense. To everybody else, no, that's a weak move. So, maybe I'm biased. I don't know. I'm a Warriors fan. So recently, I feel like that kind of tension that he had with him and Russell Westbrook, that died down a little bit. Even though the media kind of tried to make it seem like they have a super supreme beef and all of that. I feel like that's kind of a thing that both players have tried to just kind of weave their way out of and just kind of leave that in the past. But recently, Kendrick Perkins, who a player some of y'all may not know, honestly. Some of y'all might not know who that is. He was known as like kind of the NBA's regional and regular tough guy. He was an enforcer. He was the guy that did all the dirty work. He was the consummate teammate, apparently. So he played with the Celtics, most notably, and he was on the Thunder as they blossomed, as male players blossomed into the stars that they are today. And if you don't know, quite a while back, the Thunder, I feel like, had the future of basketball all on one squad, man. Westbrook, KD, Harden, which plenty could argue was probably a better trio than Curry, Clay, and Draymond Green. Give them a little bit of time to develop. But the Thunder, I think, made a huge bag fumbling move, which was not re-signing James Harden. Even though there was some contract disputes and possibly Harden wanted a bigger role, whatever. I feel like there's just something that somebody has to drop their ego for, and you've got to find a way to make these things work. So, Harden ousted, went to Houston, and became the MVP that we know today. And has been in talks for one of the greatest scorers to ever do it. Kevin Durant, not too long after, left. After the fourth piece of that puzzle, which was Serge Ibaka, also a young budding player, they got rid of him. And he now has a ring. Okay? So, end of the day, the only player that was left was Russell Westbrook. And he just seemed loyal to the soil, to the Oklahoma City Thunder. And eventually, once he saw how quick they were to trade Paul George and kind of set them back in terms of making moves towards kind of another rebirth, another starting it from the ground up type of thing. Once I think he realized that they were going in that direction again, they weren't attempting to be serious title contenders anytime soon, Westbrook said, man, get me out of here. So, back to the current day, KD's former teammate, Kendrick Perkins, just kind of went off on KD. So let's check out the messages. Let's check out the Twitter thread, which sent social media ablaze. Let's check it out. Both new look teams. It was Russ's homecoming game. A lot of people loved to see it, and we're extremely excited that Westbrook was going to be back. I don't think there was really any bad blood with Thunder fans, as he recounted his pregame routine. He did it again, including like dapping up all the guys at the scores table, saluting the fans, all that, getting them hyped up to play. You know what I mean? He added a little bit of sauce, a little bit of salt, a little bit of spice to the mix. Because now retired, he is frequently on ESPN and has a lot of like hot takes that he spews out without hesitation and without a filter. So he tweeted out that about 30 minutes he was going to give his opinion on SportsCenter why he believed that Russell Westbrook is the best player to ever have put on an Oklahoma City jersey. And he was Mr. Thunder. You know, people started to voice their opinion, and people were saying, I don't know about that. Basically, somebody brought up Kevin Durant. And Perkins said Kevin left the door wide open. Russ walked in. And, you know, they kind of pointed out Russell Westbrook's lack of success in the playoffs, contrary to Kevin Durant's success. Perkins said KD lost the second round without Russ when I was there. Basically saying that KD isn't a winner, and I don't know what he's trying to insinuate. But Kevin Durant, Mr. Twitter Fingers himself, got back on that joint and said, our starting center, Kendrick Perkins, averaged a whopping 2 and 3 during that series. But you played hard, though, champ. Played hard. For y'all who don't know, Kendrick Perkins was definitely not known for his production. Like I said, he was kind of the enforcer, the tough guy, the rough guy, the guy that would come in and give you 5 fouls, 6 fouls, and get the heck up out of there. And then Perkins replied, facts on the averages and facts on the champ part. I mean, you can kind of argue about how much that he put into that ring, but whatever. Then it got crazy, and the guys went back and forth with Perkins saying you pulled the weakest move in NBA history, up 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals, and then go and join them in the following season. And that's a heart of a champion right there. Kevin Durant replied, sleeping emojis. Apparently, they've had like a little bit of a back and forth going on for quite some time. And Perkins has been taking a lot of shots, and I guess this was like the final straw that Kevin Durant decided to reply back. Boom. Kevin Durant replies, weak is starting at center, playing real minutes with no production. You should have worked your skills as much as I did. Perkins says, that's fine. You worked that hard and still had to go to a 73-9 team. Truth be told, you don't feel like a real champ. You have hard time sleeping at night knowing that you took the coward's way out. So basically, this long story that I presented to y'all, basically, Kendrick Perkins calling him weak, calling him soft, bringing up the same type of things that everyone's been talking about. What do y'all think? Was Kevin Durant's move weak? Like I said, personally, and like guys like Gilbert Arenas have voiced their opinion online. Wow, I think there's some truth and some reasoning behind why you could be angry that Kevin Durant pulled this move. Look at the NBA now, man. Super teams galore, right? I feel like at the end of the day, it evened out the NBA a lot more. You know, this is a history-making move. At the end of the day, the best teams win. So, I mean, like Gilbert Arenas pointed out, and like I pointed out myself, Kevin Durant at the time was 27 years old, with numerous accolades, but the only thing that was hurting him was the ability to win a championship. And it was obvious and evident that the Thunder organization did not want to win that championship. I don't think that there's too many people that are overly excited about playing in Oklahoma City. And that's not a slight towards Oklahoma City. It's just, it's not maybe as big as a market. Maybe the city and the location is maybe not as appealing as California or as Brooklyn or whatever. And then, like I said, it didn't seem like there was realistically any chance for them to get over the hump, because, like I said, me watching the games, it was evident that there wasn't a real gel in the Thunder's offense. And like I said, I think KD was a perfect fit for the Warriors offense. He could shoot, could score, and they brought a lot of his defensive ability out that people I don't think were keen on yet. So I honestly thought it was a great move for him. But as time went on, a lot of people didn't think so. I personally did. Like I said, it gets to a point at the end of the day, people are going to look at how many rings have you won, what was your accolades like, and whatever. I mean, is there really going to be too much of an argument about how he got his rings? Like, end of the day, with LeBron, people will still bring up, as many times as he lost in the finals, they just say his team was trash. And he won, they'll bring up the times he won. No one really brings up, he had to join Dwayne Wade, nothing. It's kind of, at this point, being overlooked somewhat. Nobody really brings up the fact that Magic Johnson and Larry Bird won these teams with super stacked Hall of Fame squads. No one really brings that up. They just looked at as Hall of Famers, guys that had basketball prowess and basketball accolades. So, why is it a thing that we look at Kevin Durant or anybody else any differently? I don't know. I understand the premise of you losing to these guys and then going straight to them. But at the end of the day, it's a money thing. Your job's online. Like I said, you have accolades to win. I promise you, if you are if you are in the gym or whatever, y'all are playing, and the team that just is taking everybody off the court, and you just gonna have to wait your turn and wait hours and hours and hours before you get back on the court again with your same regular squad. If they lose a person and they ask you, hey, do you want to get on our squad? You're going to be like, yes. I think that's like is a macro example. I mean, it's a micro example. You're more than likely going to say yes as well. So the team that's beating everybody that you just cannot seem to pass, they present you with a better opportunity. I don't see why you don't take it. It's a business move, and since he's taken that move, KD has excelled as a businessman. He's created a lot more profit for himself and his companies, and has really got himself started from that lane. He's got his rings, and now, I mean, what is he gonna do? He's got his rings. He can go out there and try to win in Brooklyn, whatever the case may be. But personally, I don't really see too much of an issue of it. Maybe because I'm biased. I'm a Warriors fan. Let me know what y'all think, and stay tuned to the next video. Peace.
Crossed over, then we slammed dunk. Crossover. Michael Jordan 6 rings make me slam dunk. Don't know whiskey with the chickens, I'm a slam dunk.